Oi, oi, Savaloy. How we doing? What's going on, gang? How we going? Yeah, we back, baby. We back, baby. What up? How we doing? How we doing? What's up with my beautiful people? Let's 1 second there. Here we go. Yeah. We back. And we are back with some new stuff. Some new bits, some new bobs. Some new corn, some new cobs. How's everyone doing? Hopefully good. Hopefully good. Oh, that's scorched. That absolutely scorched. So this actually took us out of BE and then came down and hit TP. Classic. So nothing here because we didn't take that with any kind of volume. So we're actually going to showcase you today, guys, the 3 variations of Orion. Or to be precise, 2 variations that you haven't seen. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. How is everyone? Hope everyone's good. Guys, we got banned off TikTok again. Again. For what reason? I don't know why. But again, for whatever reason, we did. So, what are we meant to do, right? In the day, and I get out that I never gone shot. This is the only thing with YouTube, right? YouTube is one of these platforms where... What's going on, Andre? What's happening, brother? YouTube's one of these platforms where if you go away for like a week, 2 weeks, when you come back, it's like, nah. It's like when you get back, you see your pet after you've been on holiday. It's like, they're not happy. It's exactly the same with YouTube. You leave YouTube for a couple of weeks, you come back, it's like, you thought we're going to show your video to absolutely no one. Which is the main reason why we stopped streaming on YouTube, to be honest, because the amount of time you put in for the amount of exposure you actually get, it's like, it's not really worth it. Obviously, we don't just do it for exposure, but you kind of, you know, you expect that to be like part of it. So, yesterday, lower time frame, mid time frame, both of those setups worked unbelievably well on GJ. Like, unbelievably well. Now, all of the VIPs and mentorship students have access to the video explaining how you trade this system. And again, I've said this before. If this looks unrealistic, if this chart looks unrealistic, you're looking at this, you're like, nah, that looks like fucking bullshit. Learn the system. Go to 6:30 a.m. This one is actually just an example. Let me delete that. That's misleading. That is just an example, but it still works. Let me get rid of that. Go to 7 a.m. on, what day was it? Yesterday. 22nd on GJ. And then deploy the system. And you will see the entries. Don't need to just take my word for it. Learn the system. Go and check it out. And then the mid time frame, which has only been taught to a few select members within the community, but all VIPs are entitled to learn it. You will be able to see the same thing playing out, right? Beautiful. And then this morning, go back down to the 1 minute, we had another entry here. Beautiful. Boom, straight in, super clean. First entry of the day. Then we had a stop loss. Then we had another stop loss. Then we had an entry here, and it BE'd us. It literally BE'd. It BE'd us. It came down, sniffed at the TP, and went, don't fancy that right now. Came back, tagged my break even, and then went. So classic move. But again, we're following a rule set. We're not bothered. Individual moves don't affect overall outcomes. But at the moment, we have 15-minute time frame here. Let me get rid of the money in, money out. It's just such a cluttered indicator. At the moment, no lower time frame entries. We only have this hourly point of liquid that we're interested in, which is here. It's the only part we're interested in right now. What's going on, guys? I see there's 4 of you in here. What's happening? Say hi. What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, it feels good to be back on YouTube, to be honest. Feels good. Gosh. Even though every time I start streaming on YouTube, I start yawning. I don't know what it is. Psychological, maybe. Don't know. How are we doing? So, Euro. We had, again, no setups on this at the moment. We had an Orion entry, standard Orion entry, last night. Excuse me. From the low. Now, remember, we give out our weekly markups on Euro and on gold. We gave out this one. We gave out this one on Monday, sorry. Here. Alright, saying that we want to come down into the lows. Yeah, and this is where we want to go long from. And price came down, and now it's pinging up, and that is where Orion gave an entry from. Now, if I turn Orion on, you will see the entry there. Yeah, perfect. Now, one of the key points to remember is that this is a 1am tap-in. So sometimes spreads are not going to allow you to be able to get those kind of tight entries. In this case, it did, luckily. But we're BE on that. If it comes down, it comes down. If it goes up, it goes up. Now, I believe, yeah, there was an entry there that didn't work. We didn't enter that though. Can't remember why we didn't enter that. But we're not interested in that at the moment. We don't have to actively analyze to see those entries. But we do have to actively analyze to see the LTF and the MTF entries. So we are just going to have a little flick through here. Notice that volume is actually pretty low right now. A lot of empty volumeless candles. So at the moment we're just letting it do its thing. We had a 5-minute entry here. Absolutely beautiful. Like the best scenario you could ask for. And this is an MTF. MTF using the Orion bias as the basis, and then using the division of 4 down to the next daily, down from, sorry, the 4-hour. I don't know what that was. Something big just flew past the window there. From the liquid that we're using on the 4-hour, division of 4 down to the 1 hour, then using the 5-minute as your entry confirmation. Yeah. Price action coming down beautifully now. Beautifully. And again, we do have entries where it doesn't work. Like this. Goes down to 2R. We go BE. Comes and takes us out. But you're using only directional bias setups here. Lower time frame, right? So, for example, here, I don't know what this does here. Okay, there's this entry point, because we're going to mark these up. I want to show you guys. This is LTF, MTF. Lower time frame, mid time frame. Okay, so that's one entry there after taking the low right here. Go back to the 15. Now remember, there are rules around that. It's not just a case of it being ran. And if you are a VIP, you will have access to that video. That being taken out, right? Let me put the actual line there so you guys can see it. Right, so let's keep going forwards here. Okay, so that didn't get swept with volume, so we're not interested in that. Okay, that's it. So with the hourly, we did take out this low actually. I don't know if there's an entry down here. Let's take a look, because that is an hourly low. I didn't even see that. Although you're not going to take this, because when you're using the hourly, you're using the Orion bias. So if the bias is bearish, you're only going to take bearish entries on the MTF. You're not going to take bullish entries. LTF, you're going to take them wherever you like. So these are two different variations of Orion. So we now have standard full fat Orion, like your blue lid milk. Standard full fat, which is daily 4-hour 15. MTF, which is daily hourly 5-minute. And then LTF, which is not bias dependent, and that is 15-minute volumetric movement with 1-minute entry point. Yeah? Might sound like a lot, but it's really not. So Alex has been actively using this a lot. I know there's a couple of other members that have been using it too. Void being one of them. How is everyone though? What did I do with that? What's the time as well? Not doing a super long live stream today, guys, because I've got parents' evening today. Well, parents' evening this evening. Where has that gone? How is everyone? You all good? Mate, my chair is fucking noisy. So noisy, dude. It's one of those chairs though where it's like worn in, so it's like I don't want to get rid of it because it's nice and worn in. It's comfy. It is comfy. Good, good. So website is coming together very, very nicely. I actually need to. It's a good point, actually. Might even be able to give you guys a preview. Might even be able to give you guys a preview. Let me grab the link 1 second. How's everyone's week been so far? Ba ba. So nothing for us to do yet on this time frame. GJ, like I said earlier, if we run down, awesome. U-Chef is gonna dump. I can tell already that's coming down to TP. That is coming down to TP. I can literally tell already. Right, let me try this. 2 seconds. Oh, I just put it. Oops. I just I just posted the link in the frickin' chat instead. That was stupid, wasn't it? So I updated my PC the other day and it keeps consistently putting the backlight down on my PC. I don't know why. Really frustrating. Okay, right. Let me see this. Ooh, here we go. Okay, I can't actually show you. What's going on, Void? Welcome, brother. Hope you're good. I was just showcasing the MTF and LTF because that shit has been popping, dude. It's been popping. John, what's happening, brother? How are you? Yeah, great, thanks, dude. Really good, thanks. Except for getting BE'd on this trade. BE'd on this trade, and then a little win this morning, a couple stop losses. What about yourself? You, Chef, as well. We're just looking for this to come down into the lows. All good? Awesome, dude. I'm glad. So we're just holding out for this. EU is just sitting in a range at the moment. Doesn't really give us anything. We're just sort of just sitting. Not really much going on with that. So we're just chilling on that. But we do have potential. MTF for longer moves is incredible. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. Well, you can see this sort of choppy price action down here. This was where we started using the two in conjunction with each other, just to showcase the principle of how they can work together. And you'll see, we come down to the 1 minute, how they interlock so well. So you've got your orange area, which is only MTF, so this is bias dependent, so Orion dictates your bias to you. I don't know what that is. Let's get rid of that. Orion dictates your bias to you, and then the bias itself can only be followed with MTF. And then you have LTF, which gives you entry, entry, entry. And again, I know Alex has been using it on gold and NAS 100 pretty consistently. This is like a unicorn day, you know. I don't think every day is going to be like this. This is an MTF move here. Then I'll show you today. That was yesterday, by the way. And then today, nice long move there into the high. Stop loss by a hair, like it's literally a hair stop loss. Then we had an S&P 500 for the British pound. This should be orange. Let me change this. And then we have, change this as well. And let me change this. Don't want to duplicate that. We have that. Alright, so still pretty decent, even though that swept out, still pretty decent run from there. Again, fundamentals, so we're kind of avoiding trading that, but yeah, the same thing happens every single time. And I as always, don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for anything. Take the system and do it yourself. Do it yourself. Don't just take my word for it because I say, oh, you know, this, look at what this done. Take the rule set, go and test it, prove that it doesn't or does work. That's the main thing. The main thing to do. EU looks like it should drop. Let's see. So I am bullish on EU. I see what you're saying. I also have a contradicting point, which is I believe that we're doing this on the 4 hour. Pretty much what we did here. You see how we were like very bullish. We came down. We took out the low, the low, the low. Then we went bullish again. Then we came down. We took out the low. We went bullish again. Now we've come down, we've taken out the low. I believe we're going to go bullish again. That's what I'm thinking. That's what Orion tells us. Tells us that we should see bullish price action coming in. Now, come down to the hourly time frame. I believe what we're going to see is what you're saying, John, which is a short-term drop down into some of the liquid lows, then the move higher. So we'll see. We'll see. I need to go to the bathroom quickly, guys. I'll be right back. I'm just going to leave you guys a new shift so you've got something to look at. Yeah, I'll be right back. Oi, oi. How we doing? So I had to take the car. I haven't had, so if you're wondering why I haven't been like actively recording and doing stuff like that lately, I found out on the 8th of, no, not the 8th, I think the 15th or 13th, something like that. I found out that my car didn't have an MOT, thinking that I was all, Mr. Prepared. Went down to the garage. I went, yeah, I think the MOT's due, end of the month. And the guy turned around to me, the Tom, the mechanic I use, turned around to me and went, nah, it runs out today, mate. I was like, okay then. So obviously I don't want to risk driving, getting pulled over, or even having an accident or whatever, because you don't have valid insurance if you don't have an MOT. But the nearest time he could get me in was yesterday. So I've not had a car for like 10 days. So yeah, that's why I haven't been in the office, because I've not been able to get to the office. I mean, I could use my partner's car, but she needs it for stuff. So I've been working from home, which obviously is not ideal. Haven't had, mic access, anything like that. No private area to be able to work within. So yeah, that's why I haven't been like super active. But we got the MOT done. We got the MOT done. Obviously, the old girl passed. I say old girl, she ain't really that old. But yeah, no advisories, no nothing. Sailed through. So we're back at the office again, and we're gonna be popping up a little bit more here and there on YouTube. I do have a backlog of content that I've recorded that I need to edit. To be honest, I have quite a bit. So we're gonna see if we can get that edited and uploaded. New camera you're using? No. No, not new camera. Not new camera. It's just a standard webcam on the PC. It's just it's like a template. I did use my old Oppo for a camera for a little while. The only thing is it uses Wi-Fi to connect to my PC. So whether the internet's not great, it can judder here and there. So it's a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. But apart from that, everything's the same. Everything is the same. So guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button. Share the live stream with someone that you know. I appreciate it a million. Any pairs that you want me to look at, guys, just let me know. I am going to have a little peek at NAS 100 here. Nothing that I'm interested in. So, Euro. Let's see. Honestly, the market's kind of stagnant right now. Kind of stagnant. We've got news this afternoon. Is that why? 9 minutes till CAD, and then we've got... Why is this? 1 second, guys. Let me just make adjustments to this. There we go. Hour and 23 minutes. We've got the S&P Global for the USD. We've also got new home sales, March and month on month. Gold missed my limit by a hair. Classic gold, mate. Classic gold. So let me have a look. I'm going to rewind here. Let's see. Bullish entry. So there's a 5-minute entry available here, which would be your MTF. That would be your low. Because that's an hourly. Let's have a look. Also, we have a potential 1 minute. Oh, it gave a 1 minute too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow, that's your 1 minute entry. That's your LTF right there. Holy. So the LTF was actually insane, to be honest. That's a great example. Again, I didn't trade it. You know, I'm always open to say I didn't trade it. That is a crazy LTF entry there. And then you'd be going 1 to 3, which was TP instantly, pretty much. Holy. Still an opportunity for it to come back down into the lows here. Let's see. Alright, so like I said before, guys, not going to be a super long live stream because I've got parents' evening tonight. Yeesh, that was a crazy entry, dude. I was totally oblivious to that. Totally oblivious to that. Did not even see it. Everything's just chilling and killing and nothing is going on right now except for gold that popped off. Nope. And that's already moved. That hasn't liquidated. Exactly the same. So everything's kind of just stagnant, sitting around, which is fine. We don't have to have trades. The trades are something that come when price is ready to deliver. We'll see. So what's everyone's view on Euro for today? What do you guys think it's going to do? So I think tomorrow we'll probably, I was just about to say we'll do a TikTok live. We're banned off TikTok again. Let me see actually, because I did appeal this. So I did appeal the ban. So let me see if it's been looked at already. I bet it has, and I bet they say no. Yeah, appeal not approved. You say, are you happy with the outcome? You say no. And then the option you have for appeal is, I disagree with the appeal, or this doesn't violate. And they just go, thanks. This is fucking stupid, dude. It's so stupid. So it says that we're committing fraudulent offences or scamming members. And I'm doing the exact same thing that we're doing here on YouTube. So how does it feel to get scammed, guys? You're getting so scammed right now. How's it feel to be scammed? Wow. The thing with TikTok as well that makes me laugh is that there is genuinely a lot of actual scammy people on there, like actual scammers on there, or people that are just like selling stuff that isn't what it is. But how does it feel to be scammed? So there's an entry there now. MTF, straight off the back of an LTF that already worked. It'll be like that, I would believe. Yeah. So we wouldn't actually be able to take that now anyway. If you were down on the 1 minute and you traded the 1 minute, awesome. You're already in that. You've caught the move. Sweet. Funny how that works. A genuine teacher, right? Exactly. Exactly. I don't gatekeep at all. Well, the thing is, it's not even about gatekeeping. I just don't understand what is being flagged. Because, fair enough, there may be some things that maybe I've said that have triggered it or something along the lines of that. But I'll ask, what is it that's actually fraudulent? And every time the answer is just, we've reviewed and it says, we've reviewed and it's fraudulent. And I'm like, I don't know what part of me saying follow a rule set and trade is fraudulent, but you guys here on YouTube you've been scammed a million times over. Especially you, Void. Void, you've been scammed so many times, especially in the Discord. All those live streams we've had together, you've just been scammed. And now you can use a different trading system on top of your own. It's a real scam. So yeah, I don't really understand how or what, But I think it is one of those platforms where 90% of its moderation is done through a bot. So if a human actually looked at it, they'd be like, okay, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Because if it was the case, we would have been banned from YouTube a long time ago. But we'll see. So guys, I do have to go very soon because I have parents' evening at 2 p.m. and it is 1:30 now. Still need to drive home, obviously. And then walk to the school, which is only over the road, but it's still, Rob? Discord live later? Maybe. The only reason I say maybe is because I don't know how long I'm going to be at parents' evening for. So obviously, I probably won't be doing a live at like 4. But I am looking to get a few of the VIPs that have learnt the LTF system, which I know there's a couple of you that have learned it properly, like in and out, in a live session, and each person monitoring a pair and do a collective collection of results. Because I've got data on it already, but I want other people to collect data so that they're ultimately giving themselves, a confidence boost. Now, for example, like Alex, for example, he's already using it like every day. And I don't think he's had a down day since he's been using it, to be honest. Might be a lie. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can get him in here. Let's see. I do have to go in a minute though, guys. Obviously, I'd rather not. Not I'd rather not go. I want to go to parents' evening, but I'd rather chill with you guys for a bit longer. Come on, Alex, we need you, brother. Let me see what we got here. So that's actually it. And that. Anything on there? Too far gone. Right, guys. Alex isn't joining. He must be busy. Keep an eye on the charts for, setups, because more setups will come. 100%. LTF, MTF, they run so consistently. Like, you're going to see setups all the time. So, yeah. I appreciate every single one of you for joining me. I am going to be going live again this week at some point. Today is Wednesday, so maybe tomorrow or Friday. But yeah, I hope everyone's good. Hope everyone has a great rest of the day. Remember, if you haven't already learnt the system, jump in the Discord, follow it, and then you'll see for yourself. So I appreciate every single one of you. Void, John, Andre, appreciate you guys. I'll see you all tomorrow, probably tomorrow. See you tomorrow, guys. Peace and love.